Hey yo, what's going on, all my gamers, all my Wuthering Waves gamers? So, today, I wanted to talk about this video by Stix. I wanted to react to it. It is Wuthering Waves has become a global phenomenon, which is pretty good. I really like that Wuthering Waves is popping off as well as it is, because I think it's a great game. I just think that once they fix all the all the optimization issues, it'd be great. I just hate having to wait 10 minutes to get into the game. It's really obnoxious, but it's a great game either way.
And the fact that Wuthering Waves is among them actually shows that from Apple's perspective, Wuthering Waves is already a global phenomenon level game this year. That's true. There isn't a single gacha game listed here except
I guess this is like
Waves.
Preview.
That is crazy. Wuthering Waves is the gift that just keeps on giving. And
Wuthering Waves.
Giving, I mean giving ample opportunities to laugh at all the people that said this was going.
Does anyone still use Yang Yang? I've always wondered that, because I don't use Yang Yang anymore. I use what do you call it? Out of every beginning character, I don't use Yang Yang. I just use Chisha.
Be a catastrophic failure. Earlier this morning at 4:24, I know I was awake.
Girl, what is this gonna be canon?
I made a tweet covering an article that was posted over on GameLook. I stated, haters said that Wuthering Waves wouldn't make much.
I just realized that I'm just covering him up the whole time, so I figured I would just like flip myself.
Money in its first month, that it's dead on arrival. Yet according to data from GameLook, it's already made 110 million US dollars.
Damn.
It's expected to reach
what? $140 million? Wow. How much was it to produce this game? I actually don't know. I think this is like just about, I think they just recouped their money, right? Am I wrong about that? How much was it to make this game?
$140 million within its first month.
Wow.
Several hours later.
Oh no, what if it's like 10 million of that is just for Gion, and like the other 100 million is just for Yinlin?
A thread was made over.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
Gaming subreddit titled
Yinlin is hot.
Almost recouped the entire development cost in a month.
Oh, they did. And how much is their how much is the development cost? Is what I'm wondering.
$110 million. By the end of update 1.0, it could exceed $130 million.
Wow.
In addition, Wuthering Waves appeared at the Apple conference. The game has received quite a lot of success, and it really has. The top comment is, God, I hope they use that money well on better translators, voice directors, and especially hire Vanguard to improve the game's piss poor music. I do agree on the
That's awkward.
Translation and the localization.
Wait, let me hear that again.
To improve the game's piss poor music.
I mean, the music, I don't think the music is that bad. I just don't know how, man. I definitely think that the music is better in, like, I think this is one of the only things that Genshin has up on it, is that I think that the music in Genshin is better, especially, like, the all-eating narwhal, whatever the hell the thing is called. I think that music is pretty sick, and I also like, Arlecchino's boss music. I think those musics are pretty sick. I do like I think they showed Firefly's theme in her trailer, so if that is Firefly's theme, I think her theme is pretty sick too. I mean, my favorite song from the game is probably the opening music from the lobby, and for that, I really think that they should make it longer, or at least make it loop better, because it's just like, I think maybe a minute 40 seconds of a song, and then it just dies. I think they should make it like loop infinitely, because that would make it so much better, or just make the song longer. I think that if it did that, it would be the best. Like, it'd be a really good song, because I love that song. You know, you just log into the game and it's just like a slow, somber. Anyways, let's not worry about all that.
Music. I do agree on the translation and the localization.
The music is kind of wild, or the voice acting is not the best.
6 or Act 6.
I think the voice acting is not the best, but I believe in the VAs to make it better. So hopefully, with more updates, they give them better direction, and it gets better. It's always like, it's only the girls, I feel like, though. Is that anyone else? I think Gion is great. Scar is probably the best one. So I think it's just like Yang Yang, and maybe like Chisha. I play Chisha a lot, and I feel like I can hear her accent sometimes, like the VA's accent, especially because it sounds like when she says it's morphin time, it sounds like it almost sounds Scottish in a way. It's morphin time. But yeah, either way, good stuff.
Was phenomenal, but that can't be said for Acts 1 through 5. There were performances that definitely stood out, like Gion, like Scar.
Scar is
the
insane.
vast majority needed a lot of direction that just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Specifically talking about the article over on GameLook, Ming Chao, which is Wuthering Waves, made a
Oh, is that what it's
successful
called?
appearance at Apple's WWDC conference with cumulative revenue exceeding
I don't know. I never.
800
Never
million.
knew that.
GameLook
Ming Chao.
reports in the 2 weeks since it was officially launched, the discussion among players of the second game, Wuthering Waves, has never stopped. While the discussion in the player community remains hot, Kudo has also been adjusting and optimizing the game content.
Nice.
After the second half of version 1.0 of Wuthering Waves was released in advance on June 6th, the results of topping the best-selling list in 6 countries and regions and entering the top 10 of the best-selling lists in 29 countries and regions is enough to show that Wuthering Waves is not what many rhythm-setting players say it is. There are still many players who are actually playing the game, and they're also looking forward to Kudo's optimization measures and subsequent updates.
Yeah,
That's
I hope
true.
they
It topped
optimize
the
it
charts
a
in
lot
so
better.
many countries around the world. It was the most downloaded game, reaching over 30 million downloads over the course of just that couple week period. Then,
Good stuff.
as noted, there are still plenty of mobile players specifically that are hoping and waiting to get into the game.
I might just start playing it on mobile because I feel like on mobile on my phone it just ran better than on PC because man it is rough. I mean I can't because I have to like make videos and stream and stuff like that. Well, stream quote unquote eventually. But yeah, man, it is it is rough when you have to wait for the game to like load completely.
Once they can, revenue is no doubt going to spike even higher. At the 2024 Apple WWDC Global
Wuthering
Developers
Waves,
Conference
let's
held in the
go.
early morning of June 11th, Beijing time, Wuthering Waves once again brought some good news. In the
Hey,
game
Power
display
World.
session introducing the Mac section on the day of the press conference, Wuthering Waves appeared. This is also the only Chinese game product that appeared in this conference.
Nice.
Other games included Dead Island 2, Sniper Elite 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Control, Power World, Resident Evil, Riven,
Sniper
Prince
Elite
of
a good
Persia,
game?
Valheim, WoW,
I know Power World's a good game. I love Power
Frostpunk,
World. It's such a good
Resident
game.
Evil, and well, I mean, I think
Riven,
I
like
see
League
two
of
Resident
Legends
Evils
Riven?
I did. And RoboCop. The biggest news
This is a RoboCop game? What the
yesterday's
hell?
conference was Apple's announcement of a partnership with OpenAI. This is largely unimportant. Let's skip to the part specifically concerning Wuthering Waves. Here we go. What does the appearance of Wuthering Waves at this conference mean? Before we delve any deeper into the article, let me take a moment here to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day.
Nice, dude.
You guys are phenomenal. I can't thank you all enough for the support.
Nice.
During the session where Apple executives showcase the games that will be available on Apple Mac devices this year, a poster for Wuthering Waves appeared on the big screen. It can be seen that the games listed alongside Wuthering Waves.
Is Wuthering Waves going to be on Mac or
List
something?
include classic works such as Sniper Elite 4, which has been around for 7 years, as well as Frostpunk 2 and Assassin's Creed Shadow, which have not yet been officially launched. It includes well-known AAA standalone masterpieces such as Resident Evil and Dead Island, as well as online games such as Phantom Blue, which has been extremely popular this year. I'm assuming Phantom Blue here is Power World. It can be said that these games are all highly watched works in their respective fields.
It's kind of weird seeing all the games in their like respective names of the games from their like origins, like Ming Chao and Phantom Blue.
The fact that Magic Tide, it can be said that these games are all highly watched works in their respective fields, and the fact that Wuthering Waves is among them actually shows that from Apple's perspective, Wuthering Waves is already a global phenomenon level game this year, and that's true.
I definitely think that's true. Wuthering Waves is just, it's insane that they got 30 million players. Now they got 30 million signups, so you would believe that they would get at least 30 million players. So at least we've gotten to the point where we've reached the pre-order numbers. Now we just go up from here, and if they're already recouping their money this quickly, it's all uphill from here.
True, there isn't a single gacha game listed here except for Wuthering Waves. That is crazy. It is not difficult to understand why Apple listed it as a blockbuster game this year. After Wuthering Waves was officially launched, it not only topped the best-selling list in the Asia-Pacific market, but also achieved quite good response in the European and American markets. According to the data disclosed by Kudo today,
quite good.
The global downloads of Wuthering Waves have exceeded 30 million. According to GameLook's estimates, and this is just an estimate, mind you, this is not set in stone, this is not verified, 100% valid, as Kudo have not confirmed specifics, but when it comes to revenue posted online, for any gacha game, it's always an estimate. Wuthering Waves' global revenue on all platforms, including PC, not just mobile exclusively here, has exceeded 800 million last week. According to this trend, Wuthering Waves revenue in the first natural month is very likely to exceed 1 billion yuan. Such a first month revenue is a very explosive performance.
I wonder how much yuan is into USD.
110 million US dollars, potentially 130 plus by the time the month ends. We have to factor in here that we're also getting Jinza's banner towards the end of the month, so we got a few days of revenue from Jinza's banner.
I'm definitely looking forward more. I'm definitely looking forward more to Changli, and especially since I have guarantee right now.
Monolithic amount
We're still gonna
of
try to get
revenue
Yinlin.
that Kudo has received, that they have earned through the Yinlin and Gion banners, along with all the whales that are trying to push ahead.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Apple gave Wuthering Waves global recommended resources today in more than 100 countries worldwide on April 22 and May 23rd. This shows that not only excellent results achieved after the game was launched, but also the game quality itself was recognized by Apple before the official launch. The achievements made by Wuthering Waves after the early release of the second half of version 1.0 on June 6th have demonstrated that the quality of the game itself is strong enough. At the same time, kudos.
I like how it's good. It's a good sign that even with all the problems it has and still currently has, that it's doing well. That's always good because a game can always be fixed, right? Games could always be fixed in the future. And this game can, of course, be optimized properly and have all these updates that are, especially the updates that are coming in 1.1, because they already released a good amount of lists of things that they want to fix. I definitely think that it's only uphill from here. Like, they're not gonna make the game worse or anything like that. So I have a good feeling. So if anyone who is still playing Wuthering Waves or anyone who's on the fence of Wuthering Waves, I say just give it a chance. Just give it a month or two, maybe even less than that, depending on when 1.1 rolls out all the optimization stuff. I would say just give it until then, and then like see how you feel about it, I should say.
Series of operational remedial measures and operations to the game content after the launch have demonstrated,
or go now just so you can get Yinlin. I don't know.
Continuous operation after the release of the second half of version 1.0 and Wuthering Waves' strong entry into the top 5 of the domestic iOS best-selling list, more and more silent players began to speak out. Well, yeah, they were very vocal. You want to know why? Because they didn't expect Wuthering Waves to achieve the success that it did. So they started losing their minds. They were like, oh my god, there's no way. We have to try and debunk this. There were 34 million pre-registered players. Clearly, they were all bots. Oh my god.
I don't know why people hate Wuthering Waves. I mean, I know why. I mean, Genshin is on the decline. And I'm saying this as a Genshin player. I'm not saying this as someone who's just hating on Genshin and Genshin's dog shit and all that. No, I'm saying it as someone who actively logs in every day. Genshin is definitely on the decline. Maybe Natlan, maybe. But as for right now, it's not looking good.
There were 30 million downloads. Most of them were probably just people that were re-rolling. Oh,
wow.
$100 million plus. Well, I mean, Genshin Impact made more than $100 million. Oh, Honkai Star Rail also made more than $100 million.
Honkai Star Rail.
Can we attempt to lessen the impact that Wuthering Waves has had on the gacha scene? They're malding. They're losing.
They're pissed.
They're shit every time Wuthering Waves has an achievement.
I love going on gacha gaming and just looking at everybody lose their shit. It's actually pretty fucking funny.
Haters are the first people to complain. They're the first people to cover it, which just further boosts the popularity of the game. More people are talking about it. More people are curious about it. As noted, this is an estimate. This is not a 100% confirmed defined number. The actual
I know people are gonna be pissed about that.
Legitimate revenue could be significantly, exponentially higher, or it could ultimately be lower. But judging by the rankings, we've seen how it has been absolutely dominating.
It might be higher.
And it makes sense that these estimates are fairly accurate. 1.1 is releasing in literally 2 weeks. We have Jinza coming. We have Changli coming. We have an entirely new region. We have tons of content. I'm incredibly excited, and I'm very curious to see how the game continues to evolve.
Nice.
I'll be here documenting it every step of the way. Now, if Wuthering Waves is not a gacha game you're all interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now. Maybe more up your alley.
Fucking dancing. I really like I'm really excited for Wuthering Waves. I just really need them to optimize the game better, because being at the point where I don't know why I couldn't say that, being at the point where I have to wait at least like 5 to 10 minutes to get into the game is really obnoxious. But I know that they will fix it. At least I hope that they will. Because I mean, I have faith in this game. I have faith in this company. Everything that they've shown and everything that they've done has shown that they are at the very least steering in the right direction. And I am excited to see where that direction heads, where it goes, where it leads, and hopefully to more hot and big-breasted characters, because that's what I love. Maybe more tomboys too. Give me more tomboys. Tomboys are what I love as well. Anyways, chat, I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to look at this video. Hope you guys liked it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and now we'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.